Hello, everybody. It's Bill Walker, the Gambling Astrologer. I want to look at the stock market for a moment, and I'm hoping you're able to see screen share. Um, this is the chart for SPY, and this bottom down here is the August 5th bottom when we really crashed. And ever since, the market started going up, and it went up significantly every single day until the 22nd. What makes that significant is the 22nd is the very midpoint of the Mercury retrograde period. Now, the turn, a lot of times it coincides with Mercury when Mercury shifts, but this time it was a little early, and I'm going to show you the cause of it. We're going to take a look at the NASDAQ chart for August 4th, which is really when this happened. And here's the chart right here for this is the chart of NASDAQ, and this is the progressions for now. These are special progressions. They're more lunar progressions, and but they're so big in predicting daily turns. So I've been watching. I watched this date, and I've been watching the 28th for a while. We'll get into that. But here's on August 4th, and we'll note natal Uranus here at 13 degrees and 21 minutes of Libra. And we move over here to the progressions. I wanted you to see that this progressed Mars here is at 1322 of Capricorn. It is exactly on that day. It went exact square to the natal Uranus. And that's really what caused the futures, or what part of what triggered the futures to be down nearly 7% on the 4th overnight. And of course, there was a huge gap down on the 5th. Um, so um, after that point, Mercury went retrograde, was stationed, went retrograde, and the stock market's been going up ever since. Tomorrow is a really big day, and I want to show you first. I want to show you the. This is the Nasdaq for the 28th, and now on the 4th. Let me go back to the 4th for a minute. Okay, I want you to notice that progress Mercury here is at 18 degrees and 15 minutes, Aquarius retrograde. It's going retrograde. And notice natal Saturn right here at 16 degrees and 9 minutes of Taurus. And you'll note here that the moon in this progression is 24 Capricorn. And what's interesting is tomorrow on the 28th, Mercury will have moved backwards. That is not the no. This is the 28th for NASDAQ. A note here that the Mercury and Moon come together tomorrow. Mercury will be at 1608, so it's actually going to hit. It's hitting tomorrow the exact square to Saturn. But what's interesting about this is that the Moon cojoins progress Mercury in this case, and they both square Saturn. That's not good news. That's very bearish. And so when I said, well, what's happening tomorrow? Well, the Nvidia earnings are coming out, and I'm going to show you Nvidia's progressions for tomorrow. And here's what's interesting about that. So this is the natal chart. I used the IPO date, which was January 22nd, 1999. But I find it interesting that tomorrow, note that progress moon here, 1815, a Scorpio, progress Uranus, 1811 Scorpio. They're both exact square in the progressions for tomorrow. And what's interesting to note is the moon, the natal moon for Nvidia is 331 of Aries. A 3 degrees of Aries is 45 degrees from 18 Scorpio. And it's one, I mean, I'm sorry, it's 45 degrees from 18 Aquarius. It's 135 degrees from 18 Scorpio. That is a semi-square sesosquare. Semi-square is the midpoint between a conjunction and a square, 45 degrees. The midpoint is 0 and 90. And the sesosquare is the midpoint of the square, 90, and an opposition, 180. This is a very key strenuous progression. And my prediction based on this is that Nvidia is not going to make. Now, I don't know. We realize the market's pretty manipulated, so I don't know how they're going to manipulate this. But based on what I'm seeing here, that looks to be now. Maybe they'll say that it's going to be low, or Nasdaq will tank, and Nvidia will tank during the day, and suddenly the earnings will come out, and they did it just to get a better price. I'm not sure. I am holding puts. I'm holding naked puts on both Nvidia and QQQ overnight. I'll see what the price. I'll see what happens tomorrow. Now, if it stays high, relatively high in anticipation for good earnings, I'm going to buy more puts for Nvidia and for QQQ. Anyway, well, good luck to all of you. Hope you enjoyed this and take care.